Measuring out the mounting for your pre-assessment. You're going to have to start with a 24 by 16 inch rectangle that you should cut on the paper cutter. You need to measure in a 2-inch border. So I always start here. Remember, there's a gap at the beginning of the ruler, and make a mark at 2. You're going to need about 4 marks across because you don't have a 24-inch ruler, you have a 12-inch ruler. One trick is to put the ruler at the edge and don't start marking until you're 2 inches in. That way you don't have too much to erase. Stop marking at 2 inches from the edge, and then you have a border there. I've done mine in white color pencil, which I really don't recommend that you do because you can't erase it very well. But a regular pencil, I wasn't sure if it'd show up on the video. So what I've done now is I've labeled my strips 1 through 9. And you want to lay them in place first. And I would probably go 9 and then figure out where they're going to be. The problem with this is that we really needed 26-inch wide paper and we don't have it. So you're going to have a slightly narrower gap than a 1/2 inch, but I'm not doing all that math. So as long as you're fairly consistent between edges or between spaces, then, or the gaps, whatever you want to call them, then we're good to go. So that's too big, so I got to bring it a little closer together. The closer they are, the less disruption there is in your composition too, and the more they're seen as a cohesive whole. That's why you don't want really big gaps. All right, so I'm of the opinion that this looks okay. So what you want to do first is you want to just tack them down. So holding it, I'm going to put a little bit of glue just at the top of each strip, and I can always go back and add a little bit more later. Now this is Elmer's glue. Elmer's glue is the best glue for paper to paper. We're not holding down an elephant, we're holding down paper, so just a small amount. So it's just a little bit, little dab will do ya. If they're slightly not straight, no deduction. The idea is that we're trying to maintain a fairly consistent gap. But I'm not going to break out the ruler to measure it. While the glue's still wet, you can make some small adjustments. So if it's a little bit wide there and a little narrow there, you can adjust it, but it's not going to blow all over the place. You follow along and do a little bit extra glue. Notice I'm going a little bit further up, and this should be plenty to hold it here while we present it. You can also take a small piece of paper and go in and just get the corners so that they lay down nice and flat, because glue is going to make it try to bow just a little bit. But that's basically the idea of mounting your pre-assessment.